You're watching the Mr. Quality Guy YouTube channel. Hello everyone, Mr. Quality Guy here. In today's video, we're going to go over and look at a couple of different mechanical measuring devices. And these are your basic hand tools that are, what you're going to see on a daily basis, and to understand what they are and how to use them. So sit back, relax, and let's get right to it. Alrighty, so for today's video, I figured we would do things this way. We're just going to basically capture my screen as we go across the Metrology website, and this is going to basically show us a lot of the basic mechanical hand tools that we're going to use on a daily basis and or you may encounter. We chose Metrology because one, Metrology is one of my favorite gauge companies, and two, Metrology makes practically every single hand measurement tool available. But at first we're going to look at micrometers. So micrometers are really great measurement tools that are great for measuring flat surfaces as well as measuring round diameters. You can get them, they're going to be more accurate than calipers, as they generally will have an extra resolution. So instead of being 2-place, they will be 3-place for metric, and instead of 3-place, be 4-place for imperial or SAE. There is some exceptions. Metrology does make 4-place metric micrometers. Those are quite expensive. Now with micrometers, you're going to get them in 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and so on, inch increments. Basically, there'll be 0 inch to 1 inch, which will measure from 0 to 25.4 millimeters, and so forth when it comes to your measurement in micrometers. So we have a couple of different kind of micrometers. We have the digimatic micrometers, which are going to be your digital micrometers. You're going to have a digital readout, but they're also going to have a barrel and thimble that you can read as well. Just like mechanical micrometers over here, these are your old style micrometers that are purely analog, which means they don't need a battery to work, but without that being purely mechanical, you do open yourself up to potentially misreading them. That's why I definitely prefer digital micrometers. I can read mechanical ones. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is, we are in the 21st century. There's no reason to not use a digital one. It just saves you so much time and hassle potentially misreading one. Like I said, micrometers are really great for flat objects, measuring a simple distance, and they're great for diameters, but that's about where they're limited to. Now we'll get to calipers. Calipers are one of the most versatile tools that you could use for measurement. They can measure ODs, IDs, distances, depths. They can do quite a lot, and you'll find them in different varieties. You'll find them in your standard digital micrometers, or digital calipers, vernier, which are purely analog with no dial, and your typical old style dial calipers. Vernier are, yet again, purely analog. Dial, they are analog, but they also have a dial that will open as you're running through them. And digimatic, yet again, purely digital with an LCD screen. The nice thing about calipers is, though they're not as accurate as micrometers, they're definitely more versatile. They're also a lot cheaper than micrometers most of the time. And you can get calipers in multiple different styles and sizes. Your standard caliper is going to come in around 0 to 6 inches. It's going to be what's known as a 6-inch caliper, which means it'll measure about to 150 millimeters. That is the most common one you'll see. Then we'll go to indicators. Indicators is another mechanical tool. Generally, you'll use them with a snap gauge or something else, and they're used for checking stuff like run out or, hey, is this set square? Normally, these are used, yet again, like I said, in snap gauges, but you'll see this a lot with machinists where they'll use them to make sure that the item that they're getting ready to cut is square. So, hey, is the face that I'm going to cut square to the axes that I'm cutting them in? Dial indicators are really great. Yet again, you can get them in electronic, standard dial, and your test indicators. Next, we'll go to a bread and butter, gauge blocks. You can get gauge blocks in any conceivable notion. And a gauge block is known as a reference material. So, gauge blocks are in a set size that are grounded to be a very specific size within a certain tolerance range. This is really great for use for either verifying that your tools are correct, verifying a height, or setting up stuff like snap gauges and all that. That's what these are used for. Gauge blocks, yet again, really great. And the cool thing with gauge blocks is that they are so smooth that you can actually lock them together through friction. And finally, we're going to go to height gauges. Height gauges are also really great. They can do a lot of different things. A lot of your linear height gauges, like, well, we're going to go into here, like these two, they'll have different functions. So you can also check run out. You can also zero. You can do a lot of other things. There's nothing inherently wrong with your older style height gauges, but they are limited to their functions or ease of use of functions. But when you want to check a height, these are really good for that. These are a very specific use. So, that is a look at just some basic hand tools and what they do and what they're used for. So, I hope you enjoyed. Alright, so that was a basic look at some hand tools that are used or that are commonly used in metrology. So if you like this video and you want some more information on these tools or want to see a video of in-depth use of these, hey, don't hesitate to comment down below. And thank you all for watching. You have a great day.